Have you ever wondered about the challenges that the Congress ministries faced while implementing agrarian reforms? Let's dive into this intriguing topic. Our first point on the timeline is the lack of adequate powers. The Congress ministries were not vested with enough authority to completely overhaul the agrarian structure by abolishing zamindari, a system of land ownership, where landlords held power over the peasantry. This was a crucial hindrance to their reformative efforts. Next, we find that financial constraints also played a substantial role. A lion's share of the financial resources was appropriated by the Government of India, leaving the Congress ministries grappling with inadequate funds to carry out their intended reforms. The third constraint was the strategy of class adjustments. Zamindars and other powerful landowners had to be conciliated and neutralized. This was a tricky balancing act, as it was important not to alienate these influential groups while pushing for reform. The fourth constraint was time. The Congress ministries were in a constant state of confrontation with colonialism, rather than cooperation. This made the reform process all the more challenging. By 1938, the looming threat of war became a critical factor. The war clouds had started to gather, adding another layer of complexity to the already challenging task of implementing agrarian reforms. The sixth constraint lay in the reactionary second chamber, the Legislative Council. Dominated by landlords, moneylenders, and capitalists in the United Provinces, Bihar, Bombay, Madras, and Assam, their support was necessary for legislations. This necessity of conciliation further slowed the reformative progress. Finally, the complexity of the agrarian structure itself was a significant constraint. The intricacies of land ownership, tenancy, and agricultural practices made it difficult to implement sweeping changes. Despite these constraints, the Congress ministries managed to legislate a number of laws relating to land reforms, debt relief, forest grazing fee, arrears of rent, land tenures, and more. However, most of these benefits primarily reached statutory and occupancy tenants, while subtenants and agricultural laborers did not gain much. In summary, the Congress ministries faced a myriad of constraints in their quest for agrarian reforms. These included inadequate powers, financial constraints, the need for class adjustments, time limitations, the threat of war, the reactionary second chamber, and the complex agrarian structure itself. Each of these factors contributed to the slow and difficult process of implementing reforms, with the benefits often failing to reach the most vulnerable groups. Despite these challenges, the efforts of the Congress ministries laid the groundwork for future changes in India's agrarian landscape.